I'd love to talk about, using the spiritual powers on the pragmatic world, because it takes grit and persistence and consistency. And you've written a great guide to do that. What are some of the hints of reconciliation to be a spiritual leader with grit?
I would just say, honestly, being able to look yourself in the mirror at the end of the day and know that your intentions and what you're putting out is in alignment with how you truly are. So like I don't mind, getting in the tough spots with people through it because I know ultimately my intentions is love. I know that, coming from a sports background, that if my coaches wasn't hard on me sometimes, I wouldn't have known my potential to be able to know that I can go past that. Sometimes it takes those spiritual leaders, those spiritual pioneers with that grit to come and shake up how we feel about, our level of comfortability and our evolution as humans.
In those three stages, the law of gravity, the law of Goya, and the law of attraction or assumption or allowance, whatever you want to define it as, where do you think people get caught in this counterintuitive nature where they say, you know what, I'm just going to sit at home, high on my mom's couch, sick and broke, and dream about a Ferrari? Or the other guy, I'm going to ruin my entire life trying to get a Ferrari because I'll spend no time on my health or my family. And when
Mm,
I finally get the Ferrari, I have nobody to share it with, and I'm sick, and I only have one wish. I can't even use the Ferrari. Where do
that's a
we
good
get
one.
this counterbalance? How
I,
do we help people reconcile that?
personally, I think that allowing people to get aware of their intuition and really strengthening this tool that we all have. We all have a saying that, women have sharp intuition, but we all really do have the same type of gift, and that is the ability to intuitive what's going on. The level depends on how much, practice that we actually do with that. So allowing people to really understand their emotions, understand how they feel, and understand the inner voice that is always there, that is guiding, connecting with that will allow them to know when to move and when not to move, when it's time for action and when it's time for rest. Like in nature, we have seasons for reasons, and I stress that so much when I'm talking to people, because us as humans, we don't go by the seasons, which is counterintuitive to what our, beings are, which is we need rest when it's time to rest. And we don't give us that time to do that. And in that time, you're integrating so much of what happened in the fall and the spring and the summer seasons. So then in that next year, you're going at it with a different, take, with a different understanding and a different awareness and growth. So I feel like strengthening the intuitive senses and getting us back into that connection with our intuition and our guide, then we'll know, when to move and when not.